Hello friends, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be filming the ultimate fall guide. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of the best books, the TV shows, the movies, the podcasts, everything about fall that I love and that I want to share with you guys that I recommend. Make sure to subscribe down below, like this video, turn that bell notification on, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited. So I have a lot of fall recommendations, so let's go ahead and get into it. I have a whole guide on my laptop, so let's start. The first section is movies. I'm so excited. I cannot contain my excitement. The first movie is Practical Magic. This is just a given for fall and winter season. Practical Magic is about two witch sisters, Sandra Bullock and I think it's Nicole Kidman. Yeah, Nicole Kidman. This year was my first time watching it, so I did think for a second. But they basically have this boyfriend, and he's very abusive, and they like try to kill him. He comes back with a spell. It's crazy. You guys should watch it. It's on Hulu, and it's such a good movie. I was hooked the first time I saw it. The second movie is The Haunted Mansion 1 and 2. The second one just came out on Disney Plus, so if you haven't watched that one, go watch it. It's on Disney Plus. It's a lot different than the first one with Eddie Murphy. Not gonna lie, I like the first one better. The second one's a little bit more spooky, and I'm not really into that kind of stuff. So if you like spooky, watch the new Haunted Mansion. If you like happy-go-lucky kind of family type stuff, watch the first one. But they're both kind of family friendly, so watch whichever one you want to watch. The second movie is Hocus Pocus 1 and 2. It's the three Sanderson sisters, and it's just amazing. It's so well written. The plot is amazing. Just go watch the Hocus Pocus 1 and 2. It's also on Disney Plus, and it's one of the best movies that you'll ever watch. I'm sorry. I love Hocus Pocus. The fourth movie is Little Women. This is about four little sisters, and I think they live in Europe or something, and it's like based back in like the 1800s or something. It's a really good movie, and I've actually read the book and I love it, so I had to watch the movie because it's so amazing. It's got a little bit of romance in it, it's got a little bit of action, it's got a little bit of all amazing. Just go watch Little Women. It's on HBO Max or Prime Video. Then Halloweentown. Halloweentown is not one of my top movies, but I know a lot of people love Halloweentown. It's a classic Disney movie, classic Disney Halloween movie. If you love Halloween, if you love all the spooky vibes, you love all the fall vibes, watch Halloweentown. I haven't watched it yet this year, but I've heard it's really good. And I watched it last year, but I mean, you always have to rewatch like the fall spooky movies every season just to get the gist of it and like get it brought back up in your memory a little bit more. So excuse my jagged ass nails. And we're gonna watch Casper. Casper is amazing. I'm actually watching this with my book club on Friday. I'm so excited. This is actually on Netflix, so if you have not watched Casper, go watch it. I have not watched Casper since I was a little kid. So Casper is going to be amazing. But this is going into Ghostbusters, which Ghostbusters, I think it has Casper in it, but Ghostbusters is like this like team that like kills the ghosts with their like magical powers and their magical instruments and everything. It's amazing. I love it. And then the last two movies is Knives Out. The Inheritance series, if you like those books, watch Knives Out. It's so much similar. The plot twist and the plot line and all the dialogue is so similar to the books. So go watch it if you have not. It's a really good movie. I think it's only on HBO Max and Prime, but I could be wrong. And the last movie is The Witches of Eastwick. I've never really finished this movie. I've watched a little bit of it. I actually started it yesterday, but it's pretty good so far. It's got Cher, and it's got a few other actors that are pretty popular. I just don't remember their names, and it's really good. So go watch it. They pretty much just like figure up their dream boy in their mind, and then he actually comes to the actual place that they live at and he comes to life. So it's really cool and wicked. Next is the books. The Inheritance Games is the first book. Like I said, this book is based on Knives Out. Not really based on Knives Out, but if you like this book, go watch Knives Out because it's very similar. Also, the second book is The Hawthorne Legacy. I just finished this book yesterday. It was so good. It goes off of the first book, and I think there's a third book in this series, so I'm about to be reading that. This is The Hawthorne Legacy. All these books are by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. It's really good. Okay, I didn't really think I would like it, but it's got a little bit of romance. It's got random girl, a long lost brother. It's crazy. It's so good. If you have not read the Inheritance Game series, go read it. It's fantastic. Then I have the Ravenfall. I have not read this yet. This is actually on my TBR for the end of the year. This is by Kaylin Josephson. This is all of the cozy, spooky vibes. I don't even know what the plot is about this, but I would definitely read it, and I'm definitely going to read it, but I don't know what it's about. It says strange things always find their way in, and it's like an inn, like a hotel inn. So that's really cozy and cute and spooky. Really excited to read this, and it's not like a super dense book, so it should be a pretty easy read. And then I have anything Stephen King. So the Stephen King book that I have right here is The Gunslinger. If you like more Halloween, spooky, like horror type books, then Stephen King is your way to go. Stephen King is a very graphic and very scary writer, so if you're like a wimp like me, I wouldn't recommend reading him unless you really want to like brace yourself for it. But I'm reading The Gunslinger because that's one of his most popular scary horror books, and I'm really excited, but I'm not because I'm kind of scared and I'm a wimp. So, and I'm sorry I'm going like 90 miles a minute. My boyfriend is actually at work and he's about to get off, so I gotta make this video like really quick. But anyway, Stephen King is a really good, well-written author. He's very well known for his scary books, and if you like Stephen King and you like horror, read his books. That's all I'm gonna say. Then I have Frankenstein. I have not read this yet, but this is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This is such an old book. Clearly, it's such an old cover. The pages are literally yellow based on how old this book is. Got this from my public library. Clearly, it's got the little public library thing, and yeah, I'm excited to read that book. It's like a middle grade book. So it's got pictures, it's got big writing. Oh, I'm excited. It should be a pretty easy read. And then the last book on this list is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I already read this book and it was really good. It's a really small book, like 90 pages or less. So I'd recommend reading that if you want to get a really quick book done and knocked off of your TBR. Read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's like he's killer by night, happy, peaceful, happy guy by day. It's amazing. I love it. Now, TV shows. The first one I have to say, and the most classic fall TV show, is the Gilmore Girls. I love Gilmore Girls. Lorelai Gilmore and Rory Gilmore have my heart. I actually have not finished the series yet, but I'm in season 6. So I've been through almost all of it, but it's such a good show. I love Gilmore Girls. It's so wholesome, so cozy. It's got all the fall and winter vibes. I totally recommend watching Gilmore Girls if you just want to have a cozy night in with a cup of hot tea or coffee, and you want to read a good book, like the perfect night. Okay, the perfect night. Then I like the Wednesday series. I watched this last fall and last spooky season, but Wednesday series is like about Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family, which is a really good show as well, the Addams Family, but I don't have that on this list. But if you like Wednesday, the series, you might like the Addams Family because it kind of goes off of that series. So yeah, Wednesday and the Addams Family are two of the best series that you should watch. And then the next one is The Haunting of Hill House. If you like a little bit more scary, spooky, kind of ghost-like things, The Haunting of Hill House has a lot of jump scares, but it's really good. It's more of a real-time kind of movie. It kind of shares like the realistic side of ghosts, and it shows like in modern day time, so it's not like based on an older time period. It's based like now, and it was created really recent. So I'd recommend going and checking out The Haunting of Hill House if you like a little bit of scary type TV shows and you want it to last a little bit long. Then the last one is Only Murders in the Building. It's amazing. It's got Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. I love Only Murders in the Building. I haven't watched it in a few weeks, but I'm already on like season 3, I think. I'm on season 3. I'm almost done. But I love Only Murders in the Building. It's such a wholesome modern day show, and it's so good. So I might watch that tonight. And then podcasts. This is the last section, and then we're going to be done with this video because I got to go. But podcasts are Comfy Cozy Witch podcast. I love the Comfy Cozy Witch podcast. It gives all of the great recommendations, all of the great things that you should do, the things that you should see, the things that you should buy in the witchy and cozy community. I love Comfy Cozy Witch podcast. And then the next podcast and the last podcast is It's Always Halloween. So this is like Halloween stories, ghost stories, monster stories, all that stuff and above. And I haven't really listened to this podcast, but I've heard great things about it, which is why it's on this list. But yeah, so that's everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, like, post any video requests down in the comments below. I'll definitely take them into consideration. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.